welcome to the couch. I'm Laura, and with me is Laura. Oh my god.
Laura Inception.
Or Laura Fabric, as we like to call it. We're going to taste some whiskey today. I actually met on Twitter, and she is a fellow whiskey lover. From my knowledge of you, Laura, I think you tend towards the Scotch whiskey, do you not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm trying now to branch out. Trying more of the blendeds, trying more of the Irish, trying some from different regions than I find I tend towards.
So what do you tend towards?
I love the Islas. Love the smokier, the peatier, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
So and it's funny because when I started into my whiskey journey, it was Speyside. I like the really delicate flavors, and it went right from there. Within 3 months into the smoky peaty, hit you in the head with it, and yeah.
So we're going to drink 3 whiskeys. We're going to go from left to right. Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right, here we go. Whiskey 1.
Whiskey 1. Okay.
I'm trying to remember what this is. Okay, yeah, I remember
Oh,
what
it's
this
got
is.
a nice color to it.
Yeah, it does.
It's a nice warm gold.
Yeah.
It's got some good legs too. I have to swirl it. It's one of those things.
I know. I like the way it looks.
That's nice.
And especially with our fancy schmancy lights here, you can really get a good sense of what it looks like. And I don't know why I said our lights.
The lights.
The lights, my lights.
The studio lights.
The studio.
Studio lights.
The wee Dram studio.
I like it. Oh. See, I get smoke off this right away.
Really?
Yeah.
And see, I get a little bit more sweetness from it. This is why it's so interesting to do blind tastings, because I definitely believe that there's an influence in knowing what it is.
I was having that conversation with somebody about the price of a bottle. And he was reviewing something knowing nothing about what it cost.
Yeah.
And I believe it was from a closed distillery, which obviously is going to be more expensive because they're rarer.
Yeah.
And turned out after the fact, he found it was like 2,000 pounds a bottle.
Oh my god.
And I thought, there's no way I would be able to taste that and not have that influence me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you're like, I don't think so.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I do get the sweetness, but I get hit in the face first with the smoke.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And the tasting note, I feel almost weird using nosing note, because I've been using it a lot lately, but cereal, like cereal with milk, not greens, but
Like breakfast cereal.
yeah.
I do get a bit of that, but I also get, I want to say rye. It's got that sort of spicy, slightly spicy rye quality.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I don't get the sort of softer cereal in milk sort of dilution kind of flavor. There's something else in there that I'm not sure what it is, but I almost want to say leather.
Oh yeah, I could see that for sure.
I don't know what else I'm getting. I'm trying to nose it from different parts of the glass because somebody taught me that, and I thought it's funny how you learn different ways of doing it.
I'm ready to taste.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Cheers. Sláinte.
Mmm. Is that butterscotch I'm getting?
I could see that.
It's not the sort of creaminess that you'd get. But there's still that sort of... I always feel so trite when I say that there's toffee, there's cream, there's butterscotch, there's caramel.
Yeah.
I don't think you can not get those notes somehow.
I know what you mean. But unfortunately, like
it's a quality of the whiskey.
Yeah. And sometimes it's more prominent in some whiskeys than in others.
Yes.
And I think that's when I pull out those tasting notes.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying with it, but I definitely get a creaminess from it.
I get less of that, but I get the sort of, it's almost like a butterscotchy, like Werther's almost.
Oh, yeah.
Like a particular butterscotch rather than just strictly, we have a ghost.
That's going to be awesome. Fantastic. When I was interviewing Beth Havers at the Caledonian, honestly, it's a technical. But I realized as we got almost to the end of the interview that like we were in the bothy in the back, the Glenfiddich bothy, and whoever was working in the kitchen, which is right next to it, had the radio on the whole time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And you were recording this.
Oh,
right?
yeah. And I didn't notice it. And I looked at Sean. I was like, "Oh my god, the radio's on." He's like, "Don't worry about it.
It's all I can hear."
Yeah.
Oh, that's so bizarre.
Anyway.
Wow.
Back to the whiskey.
I get more sweet. I get more sweet on the palate than I do on the nose.
Yep.
It's more prominent on the palate, but it's not. I don't get the sweet foremost. I get the sweet after I've had the first sip. If that makes any sense. It's like the second sip. The first sip you get, I don't get the sweetness as much. But the more that I taste it, the more sweetness I get.
And see, I'm the opposite. I found it very sweet and creamy at first, and now I'm getting more like a sweetness, but an acidic sweetness. So more like an apple or something like that. Something with a little bit more bite to it.
I wonder if that's the rye that I was getting on the nose. Because sometimes
so
I
your
find
guess that this is a rye?
You know what? It's one of those things. I'm not guessing at all until I've had everything. But I can't help but in the back of my mind, I've got the little.
I know.
I wonder what she's trying on me here. This is good stuff, though. Can I finish? Can I? Okay. You don't care? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back and do them after.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, let's try water. Yeah, let's do water.
Say when.
Cool. Right there. Thanks. That definitely softens it. Which is one of the reasons why I tend to prefer even the cask strength stuff, I tend to prefer without water because I feel like I'm getting more of the true character of the dram, more of the flavor.
Yeah, I would say 9 times out of 10 I prefer a whiskey with a little bit of water in it.
Yeah. I'm the other way around. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I get what feels like a sherry. There's a sherryness.
Yeah.
Is that a word? I'm making it up.
It is
it's
now.
It's a Laura Fabric word. Sherryness.
It's a word now.
There you go. I don't know. That's what it tastes like to me. But it's sort of. I'm trying to categorize how the nose changes. It almost spreads it out. It evens it out a bit more. It sort of. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of how to describe that. It softens it. It softens it, I think.
I think a little bit more of the grain comes out with the water. Becomes a little less sweet and a little bit more floral, earthy tones come out of it.
See, on the finish, I still get the spicy. I still get that sort of rye aspect. The spicy that I attribute to the rye.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's more of a blend, but...
Okay.
I reserve judgment until we get to the end.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Ready for 2?
I think so. Okay. I'm trying to clear the palate.
All right. Whiskey
Let's
2.
go.
If you like this video, please hit the like button and comment below. Share with your friends and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.